you can claim back expenses as an employee. So I'm going to give you a quick overview and then we're going to jump online and actually I'm going to show you how to do it. So why would you might need to do this? Well, if you're an employee, your employer can pay you back certain expenses, but in certain situations the employer might not be paying you back. So there is a mechanism where you can claim the tax relief if you haven't been paid for it. Really common. So the first one is if you're an employee and you're doing mileage, you're entitled to 45 pence a mile on the first 10,000 miles. Now your employer might only be paying you back at say 25 pence a mile. So it's your responsibility to claim that extra tax relief. It's super common, especially when you've got professional subscription fees that you might be paying. In my industry, for example, you might be paying to be a member of the AAT, or maybe you're a nurse and it's the Royal College of Nursing. On the whole, you tend to find the employer pays back in those situations. But doctors tend to be members of specialist organisations and pay subscription fees to other places more than just the BMC, the British Medical Council. But there's a raft of organisations that are on a government list where you can claim the fees back. And it's the same if you've been to you've had to go on a work trip and your employer hasn't paid you back the hotel fees, and that was solely and exclusively for your work. You can claim that back. It's all done this via something called a P87 form. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly pause the video and jump online and we can have a look at how to fill and find that P87 form. Okay. The best place to start to find the P87 form is Google, and it's really simple. If we just type in P87 form, and it will take you top of the list to the actual form on the HMRC website. So we click on that. It's a really good idea just to cast your eye over these notes and to understand exactly how it works. So have a bit of a read over this and just so you understand. But here we are. Here's the form. Really simple and easy to understand. Now, if I open up that form, it's a PDF, we can print this out and we can fill it in. Just be careful when you fill out the standard information at the top, make sure you've written it really legibly, get everything in. It's really important that you fill in the national insurance number so they can identify you. You should find that on your pay slip or your P60 at the end of the year. You will have to fill in the details about who you're employed by. This form allows you to claim multiple tax years as well. So we can do 4 years in total, including the current year. So you can fill in all of those details there. And then it gets you into the boxes where you can start reclaiming certain things against your employment. So the flat rate expenses, if you search up flat rate expenses, you might find things like, let's say you work as a nurse, there is actually an allowance for shoes and uniform washing. It's published on a list and you can have a look and see what the allowance is for that as well. Here's the thing about professional bodies as well. You can put down the name of the body that you're a member of. Very frustrating that HMRC don't seem to provide you with adequate space to fill that in, so you're going to have to squeeze it in and then obviously put in the amount of your subscription and how much you paid as well. For your mileage allowance, slightly more confusing. You put in the total business mileage for the first 10,000 miles at 45 pence a mile, and then any more miles at 25 pence a mile. You might be thinking, but hang on a minute, my employer paid me back something. That's just a little bit further down, actually. So if we get past motorcycles and cycles, there we are. You can start getting down to the bit where in box 5.12 you put in what your employer has actually paid you and actually then what your relief is. An interesting thing, I've just covered over cycles there. Actually, if you do business mileage on a bicycle, you can claim a bit of mileage for that as well. We've got one or two clients who bike everywhere, they don't drive, so they put a claim in for that as well. Coming down here, you might have been away, needed some food, your employer hasn't paid you back for that, so you can fill in obviously the number of days you away, what you spend, everything like that. And there is some other stuff to do with work from home allowance as well. Just be a little bit careful with work from home allowance. The guidance has changed in the last couple of years. Just sort of indicates now, if it's physically possible for you to go to your employer's place of work, then you shouldn't really be claiming the work from home allowance as well. And the rest is you then just total it up and off you go. You print it out and then you can send it off to HMRC. There's obviously the key details at the bottom of how you want to be paid and everything like that in there as well. So other than that, there's just a few notes at the end, and that's all you need to do. So best of luck with this. Do make sure you're claiming what you're entitled to. It's really important. These reliefs are there to support the economy. They are allowable reliefs as well. So it's really, really great for managing tax thresholds. So say you've just gone into 40% tax, actually claiming the right reliefs can lower you down out of that, or maybe you're losing some of your child benefit. It might mean that you can keep a bit more of your child benefit as well. So it's really, really worthwhile to do. So anyway, if you are struggling, my business, accountancy business, Orange Umbrella, if you just Google Orange Umbrella, you should be able to find us. And if you do get in touch, we should be able to help you with it as well. So, all right, thanks very much for watching. Cheers, bye.